Hello.
Hello and good evening. Once again, we're live on Facebook. So welcome to another preview. And also we're going to be highlighting another couple on tonight. And this being what the world serves or shares as Valentine's Day. So a lot of people celebrate it as a day of love, and every day should be a day of love. So
Every day, yeah.
every day should be a day of love. So therefore, we're going to be highlighting another couple. This being the week, the National Marriage Week.
Yes,
right?
National Marriage Week.
National Marriage Week, and so we have another couple that we're going to highlight as well.
And their names are Corey and Lakeisha Smith. Woo! They will officially be married 20 years as of June 27th this year.
Yay!
20 years.
Yay for the Smiths.
Yeah. So let's get right to it, because we know a lot of you are maybe doing some special things. Like we said, make sure you remember every day is a day of love when you have your sweetie, right, sweetie?
That's right.
So, one of the things they said, words of wisdom. We would say that you should remember to love your love just the way you found them. That's good. Love your love. This is my love. Love your love just the way you found them. That's good, isn't it?
That's great.
Some of the other things they said, words of wisdom to couples. Now, in particular, Lakeisha, this is her idea or words of wisdom to give to others. She said it took her a lot of time and years and a lot of gray hairs before she received the revelation that she can't change anyone. She finally realized, why would she want to change Corey? That's a good revelation. That's a good revelation. How a spouse reacts to things is based on their life experiences. So one spouse should never expect the other spouse to mirror how he or she does life.
Yes.
Again, one spouse, this is the key word to remember, should never expect their spouse to mirror how he or she does. So the way I do things, I shouldn't expect him to do it the same way. That's good wisdom. What do you think?
I think that's a great concept, a great perspective, because of the fact that when you met them, you notice there's a lot of differences when you initially met, and just like they say in many occasions or many cases, is that opposites attract. So there was still yet something attractive about Corey when they met, and even though that he had his differences and Lakeisha had her differences, they still yet were able to come together and also build life together and build a family.
That's good. Yes. So I think that's some good words of wisdom so far. Let's see what else they said. They said it will only cause when you try to make someone mirror you, look like you, be like you, talk like you, it's only going to cause unnecessary stress and strife. So if you're the kind of person that talks a lot, kind of like me, and your spouse is the kind of person that doesn't, kind of like him when I met him, although that's changed. It's really unfair to think that your spouse is going to be like you, because a lot of this has to do with, as she said earlier, or the words that I spoke that she said earlier, it has to do with upbringing. What do you think? So if someone kind of grew up, if you want to say introverted, okay, that's the way they grew up. So you can't expect that they're going to change. Maybe they will adjust over time, but they're not going to totally change just because you are a very talkative person and blah, 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 blah. And they just kind of like, What do you think?
Well, sometimes, see, you have to be a good listener also to be a good communicator, right? And so always talking, that may be a gift that one have. And you have to realize as well, I was raised in a family with 3 girls and 3 boys, right? And I can assure you that my sisters out-talked all of the brothers, okay? So something about their nature, basically, that allows them to have more words and more communicative skills, and also to be able to be more open with their feelings and emotions. Guys, for the most part, don't necessarily have that gift, so to speak, or have that ability to communicate and have a lot of words to say. It all depends upon your upbringing, and all depends upon how you are received, and then what you are comfortable of talking about and releasing to someone else. So I believe that's, it's not your job to change anyone in the relationship. If you came together at the point in time in which you have come together, then why would you want to change them into something different?
Yeah, and so that's why they said it'll cause unnecessary stress and strife to try to get your spouse to be like you. So if you've done that, don't be condemned. Just don't do it anymore. Just realize you're unique, they're unique, and then now you're two unique people intertwined together, and that's okay. They also said love and appreciate and enjoy one another in your totality, if I can get the word out, totality. If there seems to be a malfunction with your model, now this is really funny.
Huge right here.
This is funny. If there seems to be a malfunction with your model, or what you perceive to be a malfunction, she says, and they say, take it up with the manufacturer. Who is the manufacturer? God. He knows exactly what to do. That was so important. And she said, if there seems to, appears to in your mind to be a malfunction, take it up with the manufacturer. What do you think, babe?
Well, that's huge, because the fact that the manufacturer actually is the creator of the product, and we're the creator's product. So therefore, if you have an issue, with the spouse, or an issue with yourself, you still yet can go to the creator, the one that have created us, because he created us for a divine reason and a divine purpose. So, that's pretty awesome. And do we have
and then Ariel, we see you. Thank you for watching. I see your question. So one of the things we would say really quickly is, when you are opposites, it's all about bringing balance between the two. So it's like you're supposed to be like when they talk about iron sharpens iron, it's really kind of like that. So it should bring a balance. So like the example I gave, if I'm the type of person that talks a lot and then my spouse doesn't talk a lot, we have to figure out over time how we can come together in the middle somewhere. But again, if you were raised that way and I was raised to talk all the time and you were raised not to talk, it's not going to change just because they married me right away. For example, we've been married 18 years, and we have truly balanced each other out. I mean, we were both different people 18 years ago, and I would say I was pretty talkative at that point. He was a little bit more reserved, but I helped polish him and help him, but it took time, and I wasn't trying to change him. Let me clarify. But because my personality mixed with his personality, we just kind of, it's almost like you see him, you see me. We just kind of balance each other out. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I agree. I was more reserved in one aspect, and also very judgmental as well. And so my wife helped me out in that aspect because of the fact that she was the least judgmental person that I've ever met in my entire life. And she's always kind of like the advocate, for the other individual, and give me a different perspective of, have you considered it? Or what about looking at it from their perspective or their point of view? And I think that's important, because of the fact that in marriage and coming together, you are to complement one another. We both have some strengths. We both have some areas that we can work on to be strengthened as well. And so if one spouse is stronger in an area that needs to be exemplified most, allow them to excel. And then, of course, you get an opportunity to glean and to grow from their perspective and also from their gifting. Because of the fact that we are coming together as one, right? Not, separate, but we're coming, merging our lives together as one. And it's still yet a constant opportunity for growth, and we're coming together to learn one another at a greater level.
Yes, and remember, you're a team. So we're Team Baker, right?
Absolutely.
So we have to always keep that in mind, that we're coming together as a team. So we're still, even after 18 years, or if you've been married 5 years, or you're still learning your spouse.
1 year, 2 years. It doesn't matter.
1 year, last week. You still are learning how to, again, balance, who you are with this person. But the ultimate goal is to be a team. So I'm not fighting against my team. And when I mean fighting, I'm not talking about physical fighting. I'm talking about just emotionally in our conversations. That's not what we're doing. We're not trying to pull against each other. We want to pull together. So with the words that the Smiths have given us, let's recap really quick. So you don't want to try to change anybody to mirror you. It's just going to cause you grief and strife. In fact, get that out of your mind completely. If there's anybody out there, get that out your mind that you can change someone. That's not God is he's the only one that can change someone's heart. And that's all it's going to depend on a person's will. So you're just going to waste your time, your energy. You're going to be frustrated. You cannot change your spouse. You just can't do it. So let that go. And then what else did they say, honey? Love and appreciate your spouse in their totality. That's good. That's good. I think that's what we want to talk about, right?
That kind of wraps it up.
So again,
remember, if you have an issue with the with the creation that your Creator created, you got to go back to the manufacturer.
The manufacturer,
because the manufacturer is the one that created a product for his divine purpose.
That's
and
right.
So we all here for a purpose, and let's find out what that purpose is and enjoy one another.
And that also, as we end, ties into, that's why you have to pray for your spouse. Now, when I say pray, I'm not saying pray to change. Lord, change them. Please, Lord. No, that's not what we're saying. We're saying pray, first of all, for you to know how to communicate with them, how to deal with if you have what we call heated fellowships, because those may happen where you disagree on. It's okay sometimes to agree to disagree, but that's why you have to pray for your spouse so that you know how to connect with them properly. So we're going to end on that. So we want to again thank the Smiths, Corey and Lakeisha. Woo!
Yes.
Almost 20 years holding it down with 3 babies. I didn't tell you that part. So we appreciate you. We congratulate you for being in a godly covenant marriage and going forth, being a good example. We honor you. We honor you because that's what this is all about this week. We just wanted to honor traditional couples who are not just sticking in there, but they want to be with their spouse. They love their spouse.
They're working it out.
Yes. Despite what comes in life, things will happen. They want to work it out. So we commend you. And all the other couples.
One more comment that I would like to make.
Okay. What's another comment, sweetie?
Okay. What you mentioned about praying for your spouse, right? In many cases, sometimes when you start praying, God will reveal unto you what you need to change and what type of adjustment that you need to make.
That's good.
Because of the fact that even though that you feel as though that your spouse need to convert their mindset to your program, perhaps you need to get another perspective about who they are, what they have to offer, and then that it gives you the ability to flow with them, because now your perspective has changed and you're not attempting to change them, but you're attempting to understand them and to walk in unity. So
that's good.
Learn to walk in unity, and as you pray the will of God, and do not pray psychic and soulish prayers, because that is witchcraft.
We're not going to even go there. Okay. Prayer changes you first.
Absolutely.
If you allow it. So we end with the Smiths. Congratulations again. And again, remember, today is not just the only designated day for love. Every day or once a week or you need to figure out how you can make it special for your spouse.
Absolutely.
So we want to leave you with that. All right.
All right.
So we'll see you again real soon. And this is who are we, baby?
The Bakers.
We are the Bakers. So we always he likes to sign out like this now.
Once again,
peace. Have a good night.